At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. On first down, Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The last time these two teams met, boy, was it memorable. Wild card weekend last year as the Eagles started their Super Bowl title defense, and they held on thanks to the doink or the double doink heard around the world on the Cody Parkey missed field goal, and the Eagles would escape 16-15. Of course, they would go on to lose the following weekend to the New Orleans Saints. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Trubisky now just 2 out of 6 since coming on, but he's got a 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making...
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for him really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky, because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40, the 20, 10. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. And even 90 yards. Well, that right there is the definition of flipping the field.
Trainer. Only reason I say that, you know he's going to need a little oxygen after that one. But what a scintillating run, and how much fun was that for us to watch it.
Great run. So after about as long a play as humanly possible without scoring, here's 1st and goal. Boston Scott, his first carry. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Boston Scott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
But this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Play action. It's Trubisky. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
I'm here all day. Alert, 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 alert.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Throwing here, Trubisky, and that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. 58's the mic, 58. 58's the mic. Yo, you ain't doing nothing today. 6-6. You ain't doing nothing today. 58, boys, 58. 58's the mic. Here we go.
2nd and 10. That's caught by Jackson. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Yeah, and he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Trubisky, pass incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And Sanders has got it complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up 4th and goal. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
They had it 1st and goal. 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only give up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Now Trubisky. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how you...
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
But it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
58's the mic. Let it go.
They're going to look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Called that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you've got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First down, Bears. 180! Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now Trubisky on first down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Trubisky will throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Gonna let one. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. It's a foot race. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. That pick-6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
On the carry, this is Scott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd and 3. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick-6. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Trubisky to throw. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken around the 12. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. There defensively was Buster's screen to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 58
for Mike, 58 for Mike.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now, standing just about on his own goal line. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And out of bounds. This will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down." They love being physical.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll set up to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Mike's 5'9". Mike's 5'9".
He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. In for the score as his guys continue to pour it on. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They try again with Cohen. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Now we're going to get a stoppage. There appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Eddie Jackson with a tackle. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's a 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Deshaun Gibson, give him the sack on the safety blitz.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Taken in at the 11. An unbelievable punt there. We're talking 70-plus yards. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Check 56. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Hey, Echo. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Derek Barnett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 17. Here's Trubisky. And this is going to be a safety as Trubisky gets swallowed up in the end zone. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Fielded at the 20.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because
the Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Elliott on for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Trubisky to throw, and he finds his tight end, Graham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he finds Montgomery complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Trubisky leaves with Montgomery on the draw. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
Let's go, D, tighten up.
On first down, Trubisky looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. The 20. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Well, throw on the quick slant, going to be complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards into Chicago, first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Nate Gehring. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
You go tight. No. Tight. Look at that. You got tight right there. Watch the safety creep.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to air one out. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college.
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game.
You know me pretty well. I'm going to give a lot of credit to the defense whenever a play like this happens. That's a coverage sack. But if I'm being truthful, you can be too careful with the football as the quarterback. He's got to find a way to get rid of that.
Well, it felt like he had the ball for 10 seconds. That's just way too long at any level, especially the National Football League.
Putting a major stress on your offensive line and the people blocking for you. Get rid of it. Play another down.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Keep playing hard. Ready? Go to base. 58 to Mike. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll look to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Philadelphia, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give, how much blood.